today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Indianapolis Colts. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Mariota on first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on second down. Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Third and long here for Mariota. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep to return is KJ Hamler. That time on the punt, and the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's a give to Etienne. Shedding through the defense. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Locke rolling to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and... ...11. From the gun, it's Locke. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Mariota now. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
ETN with it.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now Locke.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Lutz's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. From just shy of midfield, Mariota.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Mariota. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Carter. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's Etienne.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Lock.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
A handoff for Etienne.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. And they'll run here with Etienne. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Locke to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. What's good on the extra point? And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
They'll set up the screen to Carter. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8. To throw, Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Play action now. Mariota. To Lamb, he pulls it in. What a catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mariota. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll throw again. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And This is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
CeeDee Lamb
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. So we have, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. So here are the Chargers to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row.
Second half starts with a run by Etienne.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. First down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Play action. Now it's Locke. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Frank Reich not so sure about that last call. He's going to go. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Locke off of play action. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They'll run. It's Etienne.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. And now it's 3rd down and inches.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
To throw is Mariota. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run with Carter.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On 1st down, right back to Carter.
Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. White running to the left. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
He juked him. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. They'll try to throw now. Mariota.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lock flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. Now a play fake, and here's Locke.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion. We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one.
Touchdown! Complete at the 1. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game,
and I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Another run on second down with Carter.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with it.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Etienne.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They fake the handoff. Now Locke.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Throwing now is Locke. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. They'll roll him out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Offense.
Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. They look to throw. It's Locke. Eluding the pressure. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Sliding out of the pocket. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose and picked up by the Chargers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. We'll check on his status when we get back. And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Locke going to throw. Flush to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's no good. Lutz pulled it. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. He'll get that one to Carter complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. To the air again, Mariota. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They give those, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Locke going to throw it here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Running out of the gun with ETN. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
They'll drop that down to Carter underneath.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. First down, Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Throwing again on second down. Mariota.
He'll dump this off to Carter, complete.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Again, it's Mariota. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Charles, we saw it.